We are back again for another great, wonderful, fantasy, fun-filled episode at the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. Now's your chance to cheer and hooray. Come on, get up from those chairs. Exercise, exercise. It's the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. Hooray! Well, Lucky, Ducky, and Crispy. Yes, the chickens, the horrible chickens, they're still here having fun with me all the time at the Retro Arcade. Now, we are before we open, so we don't have any interference, but we will be opening shortly. And when you come to the arcade, the first thing you should always do, number one, you walk in, you go to the change machine. That is first thing on anybody's list. You go to the change machine and you get yourself some quarters, because you can't do anything without a pocket full of quarters when you're heading to the arcade. That's a cue for a song. A pocket full of quarters and head into the arcade. Remember this, it's very important. No card swipe nonsense, no admission nonsense. You walk in, you get your quarters, you start playing, you work your way around. This is the way it is. Da, 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 da. We hear this all the time. La, blah, blah. That's one of those crane machines from Elot. They call it Elot. It's a mega crane. Oh my goodness. You know, and Crispy. We talk about cranes all the time. I got a really nice one over here. Did you see my new cranes? Oh, it's not really new. Here we have our knobby balls. Now, we run our cranes here at the Retro Arcade so people can win. It's play until you win. It's everybody wins. That means you get to play, you put your money in once, you're playing, you're playing, you're playing. The game's not over until you actually get your prize. So it's really a form of vending machine. So knobby balls, it's a fun item. Easy to pick up because they're squishy. The claw picks it up and you win every time. And I was looking, I had one of these cranes. I picked it up somewhere. I think it came from Frank. Hey, Frank. So he dropped this off to me last year. It was in my way in one of my buildings, so it's like, well, maybe we can utilize it. So I pulled it up here, and it works out well because I put them on dollies so that I can move them, because hiding behind them, I have to keep safe and sound one of my band organs. The band organ had a rough week. This was the week we had a blackout here in Wildwood, but before the blackout, some hooligan attacked the band organ. I don't know if he did it because he was messing with my crane and shoving the crane. Don't shake the machine. Did you hear that? Listen.
Don't shake the machine.
Don't shake the machine. Well, when they're on dollies, they're easy to shake. Why are they on dollies? So I can pull them out and get access. So it's like a balance. You pay these prices. So they were either doing something to try to knock a ball over, or Lucky, Ducky, Lucky, and Crispy. Or they were just reaching beyond the beer pong machine and messing with the drum. The next thing you know, the drum with the cymbal assembly is laying on the floor behind there, and yanked out some fittings and had to get some fittings and put it all back together again. So we were talking about the other crane that I got from Frank. So I figured, what can I put in here? And I had the perfect item. Roadkill. Now, you've seen them everywhere, but how many people actually had the foresight to collect the roadkill so that they could have a crane machine filled with roadkill? And of course, it's play until you win. Everybody wins for only $2. And I have one of those really nice claws on there so that it's there for like picking up candy. It's really good. Got it turned way up. So you can usually get more than one roadkill. While we're over here, I'm standing here at my sports ball, and this is one of those Kinetic machines that you see where the balls go all around, and you think you're going to get all those balls, but you don't. I got my quarter, so I put my quarter in there, and I turn the handle, and look, here they come. Here they come. Wow, I must have got about 5 or 6 of them. I only got one. Well, we'll try our luck again. Maybe we'll get more this time. Oh, look at them all this time. Jackpot! Jackpot! Here they come. Here they come.
Why do they keep score?
Plucky, Plucky,
I only got one again.
Ducky,
Ducky and Crispy. Well, this is one of these things. It's like a magic trick. It's a sleight of hand. Those balls that go up and around, those are in a sealed system. They just recycle around and around. They're not even the same color. They're not even the same kind of balls. The balls you get are just like any other gumball vending machine that you see there, and you turn the handle and it gives you one. So this machine is for fun and for kiddies and illusion, but nothing says that you're going to get all those balls. That's something that's fun that you see and it plays with. Interesting thing about these, you don't see them too much. You know why? All these twisted lucite rods, they crack. So when I got it, that was broken. So when the balls came down, they all just flew down in the bottom and you never saw them again. And somebody got them and they never recycled. So I had to use some, that is insulation from probably like a 4 or 6 conductor cable. I just pulled the insulation off and kind of bridged it across to make sure that the balls can't fall out. It works. I'm satisfied that it works. But to try to replace that, they go right through that plastic, all those housings that goes through the hole. So you can't replace that. You would have to pull it all apart and start with all new. Nobody's doing this. So it's a patch job. We're losing some over here. They're starting to crack at the stress point because they're coming out and going around like a roller coaster. You know, there's such things known as stress points, and roller coasters, it's called metal fatigue, where the mounting bracket on the big pole that holds the track gets moved a little bit each time the car goes by, and then you know what happens? It cracks. Metal fatigue, it cracks and it separates. And then what happens? We saw this recently on a roller coaster down in the Carolinas where the holder and the stress coil, broke. If that one broke, you better believe the other stress points need some inspection. And how do you inspect something like that? You got to have special X-ray equipment to kind of look through that metal and see what. I mean, I don't ride roller coasters, so I got myself 2 balls from the sports ball machine. What other good stuff is around here? Oh. Now this is for you guys out there. I can tell who you are. Your eyes are close together. This is the sex tester. But it's not just the sex tester, mind you. This is a computerized sex tester. And it's made by Urban Industries. That's right. There used to be also some kind of key product or whatever, but Urban Industries. Now you can tell by looking at this that this is actually computer controlled. Well, how do I know that? Because I'm Randy from the Main Street Randy Lane YouTube channel. Because if you look at the lights, see the blinking light? Blinking light? See that? They're blinking in a set pattern that is repetitive. Notice, this one's blinking fast. A little slower, slower yet. Notice the function. This is a flip-flop, on, off. Every other time this comes on, this is flipping. So this is flipping twice as much as this one. But then this one is flipping twice as much as that one because this one is triggered by that one, which is triggered by that one. And subsequently, this one is triggered by that one.
Lucky.
So blink, every other blink twinks that.
Lucky.
Every 4 blinks blinks
Ducky.
that. Every 16
And
blinks tricks
Crispy.
that. Because it's a flip-flop. Now, only a computer, primitive as it might be, is actually making those constant repetitive things. It's not just a flashing bulb, you see? Now this model also came to the model that didn't have that. Okay, even though it was computer sex tester, didn't have that computer control. So you'll see how really accurate this is because I have my quarters and my bouncy balls. Life is good at the arcade. So we put our quarter in. You will notice there is no coin return. Why is there no coin return? Because lovely kids go around pushing the coin returns in and looking for coins, and they get stuck in. And then nobody can play the machine. Now, so what happens when a coin gets stuck? Well, then it's stuck, and the attendant has to come over and empty it. But far less coins actually get stuck than kids pushing in coin returns
Lucky?
looking for coins, putting the
Lucky?
machine out of service.
Lucky?
Ducky,
Ducky?
Lucky, and
And
crispy.
crispy.
Oh my gosh, he likes attention, doesn't he? But I have a quarter, and if nobody's jammed it up, it'll work. Voila! Oh, we have the male side and the female side. You can tell this is an old machine. Magic finger. There we go. We push the male side. And it's flashing and it's deciding. And notice how orderly it's going too. Look at this. Moving. Oh! Ardent? I don't even know what that means. I'd have to look that up. I know you people right now are immediately pulling out your phones, and there's going to be an amazing hit on Google to find out the word ardent. And it's going to soar to the top of the search pages because all the people who are watching the Main Street Randy Land YouTube channel and saw that Randy is ardent, proven by the computerized sex tester made by Urban Industries somewhere in the 60s. I don't know what it is, so I'll have to try again. Maybe you can tell me something I know already. Here we go. There we go. Well, now we have learned that these machines need service because we don't know what ardent is, and I'm certainly not a cheater. So that's two incorrect answers, but I still have quarters. So we keep playing until we get the proper answer. Round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Place your bets. Gallon. Now you see, it only took 3 quarters to get a proper answer. I have to find out. A-R-D-E-N-T. Ardent. Dictionary. Well, it's right after all. Look, enthusiasm or passionate. An ardent baseball fan. Well, I take back everything I said, except
Lucky?
the cheater wasn't
Lucky?
wrong. It was completely
Lucky,
wrong.
Ducky,
Except
and crispy.
I did get the quarters out of the coin belt. They're not really mine. I didn't get them from the change machine. I didn't pay for it. So it's right after all. I was cheating. I was using arcade money. You see how smart it is? Mwah. So now we know that I'm ardent. Isn't that nice? So, you know, these computerized sex testers, you don't find them everywhere. But you've got it right here at the Retro Arcade Fascination. Oh, you know what? Come here, I'll show you something. You won't even believe this. Bread and butter. Aha! What would life be without another Urban Industries computerized sex tester? You have to have at least 2 in your arcade, but we don't have blinking lights here. Why is this? Why aren't those lights blinking? This is shocking. Shocking, I say. Coin return shoved in. Wait a minute. Do you hear it? It's ticking. This one blinks in a different order. Look at that. Gallon. Now you see, no matter which computerized sex tester you use, they know. Because the computerized sex tester in the other room said I was gallon, and so does the computerized sex tester say it over here. But they're not exactly the same. This is an earlier model. It is not computerized. This is actually using a roto stepper, which is that ticking sound you heard inside, and it's tick, 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 tick. It's stepping and advancing and going and going. Whereas the other one is using a solid state board. Early version, as you mind you, but they are not the same machines. I don't even know if I got accessibility to this. Somebody put the lock on backwards. What jerk did that? Oh, what do we got in here? Oh, down we go. Ha, ha, ha. Well, We have a power supply board there. And look, people play it. Here's some Randy circuits. This happen to be added. You can always tell with my same color wires. See, as you get to be doing this for many, many years, you no longer go looking for all the different colors of wires so you can, actually color code things. You don't have time for that. So you just do everything in the same color because you know what you're doing anyway. Oh, I found another quarter. Look. And now we know that this uses miniature lamps and they're number 53. Look at that. It's probably a 12 volt, I'm guessing a 12 volt. The actual step unit is up inside. If you shove your camera in there, you might hear some of the clicking. So it makes sense that the stepper would be on the top because that way they saved a lot of wire because the stepper is controlling which light socket is going on. And, oh, innocent. You see how smart they are. Now, because it was so nice to me, I'm going to give it my bouncy balls. We're going to add it in there for the collection so that someday, many years from now, when I have to go in there to service it, I'll find those bouncy balls and I will remember how I filmed the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel right here at the Urban Sex Tester machine at the Retro Arcade and Fascination on the Boardwalk in Wildwood. Where is it? Magnolia Avenue in the Boardwalk, 2900. Write it down. 2900 Boardwalk at Magnolia Avenue, Wildwood. That way you can come play too. See? So we'll see you next time. Because I had fun and now it's going to take me time to get up from the floor. The Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. Bye. Now we got to try to get up from the floor. We can get up. Ta-da!